to take the Continental crown off Panathinaikos to end a 12-year wait in the club's centenary year.
It's that time for that Panathinaikos, as you said, Tim. They put together a team last season. No one expected them to do what they did. They knew they had a bunch of stars, a bunch of players, and could organize them and put them together and make them into the team that they became at the end of the season. No one believed it, but he did it.
Yeah, they went from second from bottom to champions in the space of 1 year.
And Tim, they beat probably one of the most dominant teams we've seen over the last 10 years in Real Madrid last season in the championship game.
Now Olympiacos have this week celebrated the club's 100th birthday, having been formed on March the 10th, 1925. Last year they reportedly surpassed Barcelona as the most successful multi-sports club in Europe. More than 300 titles across all sports, including 3 EuroLeague championships. And last year the first ever Continental trophy for the football team, winning the UEFA Conference League. But it was Panathinaikos who first established the multi-sport system here in Greece, founded 17 years earlier. And late last year they acknowledged that longevity by naming their revolutionary new app Club 1908. For them, the basketball department leads the way. 7 EuroLeague championships, and here in Greece, 41 league titles, 27 more than even the great Olympiacos. The Olympiacos official hymn refers to them as the legend. The Panathinaikos hymn as the great club. Both have their strongest sides in a generation, maybe their strongest ever. The stars are out for this fiery matchup on a warm day in Greece. Who is going to steal the spotlight? Olympiacos are league best, 21-7. That's despite 3 defeats the first 5 games, largely down to fitness issues with their centres. They've since won 19 of their last 23, including their last 5 in a row, getting road wins in Paris and Barca in that stretch, and last week beating the next best form team in the competition, Partizan, here by 12 points. They'd scored 90+ in the previous 4 wins and in 8 of the previous 9. But last week, Joe, they did it with their defense.
They've been doing it with defense a long time. So, I mean, both these teams can get out and play defense. They know how to play against each other, especially. And again, the dominance for Olympiacos in the EuroLeague over the last couple of years, 9-1, last 7 games, doesn't mean much when they lost the cup just a couple of weeks ago, and they lost some big games in the Greek League and the championship last year when they held a 2-0 lead over Panathinaikos going into the last 3 games.
The pleasantries before the basketball court turns into a battlefield, and 2 of the 8 coaches ever to hit the 200 win mark in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague embrace in between the benches as well.
Jim, this place is crazy. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
And the game is yet to begin. A little bit of extra spice tonight. That was evident arriving at the arena. Here's the starting 5 for Panathinaikos: Grant, Nunn, Osman, Juancho, and Gabriel.
With Gabriel there in the middle, you see let's see who Olympiacos comes out with, whether they come out Milutino. They usually start out with foul. But you got Grant and Nunn as the combo guards, and they have been playing so well together over the last few months.
Williams, Goss, Vezenkov, Papanikolaou, Fournier, and Fell in the lineup for Olympiacos. So just 1 guard by trade, Nigel Williams-Goss, who has become their main playmaker.
Yeah, going with a kind of a big lineup right there with your 3 forwards in the middle. Fournier can stretch the floor, as can Vezenkov and Papanikolaou. But foul in the middle was so dominant the other day against Partizan, dealing assists from the foul line.
These 2 played out a classic in Crete last month. Panathinaikos beating Olympiacos to win their first Greek Cup in 4 years. Down the stretch, Olympiacos produced an 11-0 run in less than 2 minutes to come from 7 down to lead by 4. But Pau answered with an 8-0 run over the last 96 seconds to win it by 4. Slukas the MVP again. He and Nunn both with 17 points, 15 of Nunn's in the second half. Juancho a monstrous 11 points, 17 rebounds, double-double.
We're ready to go here, Tim. And you and I talked about this before the game. what's successful for Olympiacos is pound the paint, get the ball inside, and try to dominate from inside. For Panathinaikos, it's going to be on the outside. Get some three-point shots, get some open looks. They got their guards out there. They got Wanso who can stick it from three. So it's going to be an interesting contrast between these two teams and who's going to dictate the rhythm of the game.
Some of the very best in the business stepping out onto the floor. And these perhaps the two title favourites this season, only 22 kilometres apart. From coast to coast, island to island, this is a country of 10 million people painted with the colours of these two great clubs. In bars and restaurants, on windows and doors, street signs, walls, bridges, bins, you will see red or green, 7 or 13. It is a matchup as mesmerising as Meteora, as mighty as Mount Olympus, and as awe-inspiring as the Acropolis. It is a rivalry for all of Greece, and tonight for all of Europe.